Hello, back here again. Steve Richards, whatever you want to call me. So, we're going to be going over, obviously, some flat Earth stuff. We're going to talk about the sun, what NASA says, what I've seen, what I say, what I believe, and I'm going to show you guys some good videos that's going to disprove NASA's claim of 93 million miles away, because, well, it's not 93 million miles away. I'm going to show you how like high altitude weather balloons like disprove it. I'm going to show you how even you're going to see that a globe earther sends a rocket up. I want to go up 131,000. I have it written down. We'll talk about that later, but it sends it up there, and he's so brainwashed. He claims he sees a curve, but I took a ruler and paused the screen multiple times, and it's flat. But we'll get to that a little bit later, and we're gonna talk about a personal theory of mine that I kinda may have made up, because I don't think I've heard anyone say it or talk about it before. If anyone has, well, message me. We can talk about it. If you think I'm a crazy lunatic, we can talk about that too. But little theory that the sun may be a portal of some sort. It's only 33 miles in the sky. I don't see why I can't buy a high altitude rocket and aim the sucker right at the sun and shoot the bitch up and throw a camera on that and see what happens when it gets to the sun. But I completely expand on that. Some of you may lose me there, but that was a theory I made up like 2 days ago. It's just like a one-page ending. I got like 4 pages on this stuff that just came out of the blue. Yeah, I pulled all this stuff out of my ass basically, but I have a little point. You'll see what I'm talking about. That's not till later. So, we're going to talk about NASA right now. NASA. I just don't get how you guys can believe like all that they say. Like, you guys like think NASA's the almighty space front leader. And like in reality, I don't even think we've been to what you guys call space, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. So, going on, NASA says that the sun is 93 million miles away. I don't see how something that hot can heat something that far away, and how it's not just a speck in the sky like the rest of the stars and stuff. Alright, and by the way, all of this here is cited from solarsystem.nasa.gov. Don't believe me, check out what they have to say. Alright, the circumference, they say the circumference of the sun is 2.7 million miles, or million miles. Yeah, that's what they say. How do we know? We sent like a rover to the sun to get readings before it disintegrated? Because I don't see how that's possible. You can't judge something that far away, I don't think. I don't know, but in another one, the sun weighs 4.3 quadrillion times 10 to the 27th power. How do we know that? Like, do we have a almighty scale the size of like the sun? Just threw it under like, hey, let me weigh you real quick. A little physical for the sun. Alright. Yeah. So, just got some questions for NASA, got a couple more, but this one, just, how does that work? How do we know how it weighs? Someone let me know about that. Alright. Surface temp, 10,000 degrees. That's just such an even number. like, well, we're not too sure. We'll just call it 10,000 degrees. Like, I've seen videos of objects that get 10,000 degrees, and they were in this atmosphere, and they didn't heat us quite like quite like the sun heats us. Alright, so it's 4.6 billion years old. Right. I got no comments on that. Alright, couple questions for NASA. Alright, so who got samples from the sun? Who got readings and testing and dated it? That's all I want to know. How the hell y'all dated him? I want to know when it happened. I want to know like where. I want to know how. All that stuff. Because the way I see it, pretend my head is the Earth, and the white light over here, like the outdoor light, is the rest of the galaxy, like Mars, Jupiter, all that stuff, and that's the sun. I don't think we've sent a manned rocket, a manned mission like that way. I don't think we have. I know we've definitely sent them over here. Well, so you guys supposedly think we have, but like there's been nothing of that way. Sorry, the camera's backwards. Can't really get that. Alright. Another interesting thing that I have done a little research on, you can do your own on it. You just gotta type in sunburns from mountaintops, and then type in sunburns from beaches, and you're gonna see that sunburns from mountaintops are a lot worse. Why is that? Because the sun is 30 to 33 miles in the air, and that's my personal belief. If you're gonna disagree with me, please do it respectfully. Don't say I'm a lunatic retard, because I will say something very, very, very bad back to you probably. Oh, my personal belief, and I have a little math equation for you guys later. Not even math equation, it's literally the simplest thing. You'll see. That's why I believe it's 30 to 33 miles in the air. But yeah, I just wonder why you can get a worse sunburn at a mountaintop rather than at a beach anywhere in the world. Okay. Alright, so that being said, those are all my NASA hard facts. So now we're going to go into the high rocket altitude section here. So I'm gonna have a video edited in. We'll view that. Hopefully it'll be in the background. So this guy on YouTube, his username, don't know how to say it. I'm just gonna go D3DEVILLE. So that's his page. I was gonna say subscribe to him. I've completely crossed that out, and you'll see why in a little bit. Because this guy is low key, and he's a brainwasher. He's brainwashed, not a brainwasher. Like you'll see why. But insane. Like the video he got from his high rocket, completely insane. Like I'll give you that. Like they went up there. They went up 121,000 feet was the max height, which is pretty much, that's up there. But yeah, so really incredible footage. He's had a GoPro, which I can, like, everything ever shot with a GoPro that is space related is completely discredited. The Red Bull space jump, I think that was just a low altitude plane jump, if anything, and it was shot with a GoPro. Like, oh, I didn't know New Mexico was the size of the United States and a half. Like, just look at that video and look at the background of what he's jumping down into real quick, because it's all desert. Like, I didn't know the north part of the world is a desert. Check that out. Very debunkable, real quick. Alright, but he also had a Dodge lens. Very good camera. No curve. It's just a flat line. Alright, so that's I can tell you the Earth is 30 to 33 miles in the air. No more than 33, I don't believe. That's just going off of old Masonic numbers. But 30 to 33 sounds about right. You'll see why in a little bit. Like I said, I'm not a mathematician, but a pretty simple, like, you just have to just Google how many feet in a mile, and it's going to give you the chart, and I didn't type in 121,000 because the sun did seem a little bit below in the video, but I think I did I just typed in like 140 or something. Oh. Yes, I typed in 150,000 feet and then it came out to 28.4 miles. So, tell me I'm wrong. You'll see why in a little bit. Like you can't tell me I'm wrong. You guys are gonna just not look that smart. Alright, so yeah, the rocket goes up, middle of the day, sun was right there. When I say it was right there, I mean it was maybe like 5,000 feet maximum away, 2,000 feet minimum. Like it was like with an extra little rocket boost, they definitely could have gotten there. I don't know what this guy's goal was, but he got some good footage on the Dodge cam, I'll tell you that. So something I got wrong with this guy in his bio. This guy put 121,000 foot max. Yep, we got that. The sky from all black above, the curvature of the earth is clearly visible. When I show this rocket, you guys are gonna laugh like I did. Like the GoPro, obviously everything's curved. Like I would be curved right now if I want to GoPro, but yeah, the Dodge Cam shows the straightest line it's way too straight to argue with. Like, doesn't matter how high you are, the horizon will meet you at eye level, just flat. Flat. I don't know how many more times I can say that. Like, you guys just gotta wake up. Like, let's go. I live in Springfield. Let's go to the Mass Mutual building. Just be like, hey, can I just get a view from the 28th floor? I think there's only like 30 floors there. And you're gonna see from whichever side you're looking out, it's gonna be flat until the eye can see. It's interesting. There's a golf course in Agawam. There's a really big hill on one of the holes, and you can see some just like in the distance on a clear day, some buildings in Hartford. Hartford is, I don't know how far Hartford is away, but I'm gonna go with like 20 to 50 miles away, somewhere between there. That should be completely out of our view, underneath us. And like everything like that, like, I'm gonna expand on this real quick. So, basically, like, just to prove the Earth is flat, you can just go to the Long Island Sound, go to Old Line Beach, get some binoculars, and you can see Manhattan clear as day. Also, for people who live in the Midwest, go to, I think it's Lake Erie, you can see Chicago, or Lake Michigan, one of them two. You can see Chicago completely across the lake, like on the other side, on a clear day. Like it's unreal. Lighthouses pretty much prove the Earth is flat. The biggest, or the most most I've ever seen a lighthouse visible from was from like that I've done research on. Like someone claimed they saw it from about 80 miles away, and I know it's 3 feet of curvature per mile. So just put that into perspective for a minute. 3 feet of curvature per mile, or it might be 6. One of those two. Either way, if it's 6, it just makes it even easier to debunk. But 3 feet of curvature per mile. That means after like 7 miles would be a 21 foot, just like little dipper. So like they say we can see 6 miles with our visible eye. So why don't we like see it start to dip off at the 5th or 6th mile? It should be going down like 18 feet. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's not that hard to discover that all they've told us is a lie. Like, it takes just simple observation, simple math. Like, complex math isn't even needed in this world, so they can go, like, you know, fuck themselves on that. Excuse me. Alright. So enough about this D3D VILLE guy, but still, check the video out. It's pretty cool. So now, weather balloons. I love weather balloons. Oh. Sorry, I just got a bunch of stiffness in my back. I had to stretch that out real quick. Alright, so weather balloons. This here's all cited from NASA, by the way. I love citing NASA because they say this here is dead on accurate, but some of the other stuff they say is just like, come on. Like, you're not fooling anyone anymore. And they've been so sloppy with their work lately. Like, take a look at the ISS live feed. You can see that it's just I don't even know what to call it. It's just like a CGI with a black backdrop. It's like either they're stationary. I could tell you that. It's just the Earth, just like it looks like it's like rotating like this. Like, it's not a nice smooth. And all the clouds are going with it. Like, they're not doing their own little formation, and like the wind, like the what's it called? Wow, what am I trying to get at right now? The wind currents. There we go. I'm like, what's that stupid word? Current. Yeah, like they should be like going with the currents of the wind, but they're just going with the Earth. They're just all jerking slowly like this. It's probably the most fake thing I've ever seen. They always have something like the upper like left right hand screen that just like, oh, like look at that. It's one of our little arms hanging out. Like the ISS, like, you know, the metal arms on the outside, all the wings. Like, oh, that's a wing right there. And like, if they're moving at however fast they say they are, I don't remember. It's like a 1,700 miles an hour or something like that. I just don't see how that's like possible. That it's just stationary. Wouldn't it be like wobbling just a little bit? Alright, so weather balloons are used by scientists to get readings from the upper atmosphere. It can go as high, or they go about an average of 130,000 feet, cited by NASA.gov. Not the best reader, by the way, if you haven't told. I'm more of a freebase kind of guy. Alright, so someone you guys definitely should subscribe to is the Spirit of Truth. His high atmosphere vid, shot with another Dodge camera, shows the Earth is completely flat. Like, we're gonna watch this video. Hopefully I'll get it edited in for right now, and we'll view it. So, it was done around dusk, as you can see. It's gonna be purple in the sky. It goes up just about, I think in the bio it said 150,000 feet. Like, it was up there. And so it's going up, it's going up. You can start to see the moon a little bit in the distance, even though that should be out of speculation, some say, but I'll give them that for now. Like, I think I saw it in the sky before it went up, but so you see the full moon in the distance. Average, it's about dusk. It should be rising about that time anyways. It's going up, it's going up. It's hitting 120,000-30,000 feet. You can start to see like some luminescence in the far distance, and I believe you could probably see that on a globe if the weather balloon went up, but you would see the curve of the globe, and you would just see like a portion of it illuminated. But it goes up at its max 150,000 feet. You can see the moon in the distance, and then it does another rotation. It's a weather balloon, has free rotation, and you can see the sun illuminating the other side of the world. It is the most remarkable video. Like, this is the craziest thing I've ever seen. Like, you guys gotta click the link in my bio, thumb that up, subscribe to him, give him some feedback, because that's pretty much the video that's gonna put this whole thing to case. Because, like, once again, like the sun was right there, and the moon was right, like, there. And you can see that they were completely on different sides of the earth, and you could, like, just see, like, where the sun would be setting in the distance, because it was just, like, it was, like, really bright over here, and it just got slowly darker and darker and darker into darkness. And then it was like we were over here, because it just set over here, and the moon was right here, about to be, like, in our, like, about to be high moon, or high noon, you know, for the moon. And, like, they were just completely on opposite sides of the earth, heating it. Or, like, the sun was heating it on the other side of the earth, which you cannot see on a globe, I would not think. And either way, it was flat the whole way around. The flattest plane, that's probably the flattest video I've ever seen. It was crazy. I'm going to drop the link in the description, like I said. Hopefully I get the clip in here. That'll be sweet. So, very remarkable vid. Very remarkable. It just kind of puts the whole, just puts it all to sleep, basically. Alright, so, something else I'm gonna dig into today is I forgot to say it in the beginning, is the sunrise and the sunset type of deal. Because some people, some new flat earthers don't really know how that works, and when they get, like, asked about it, they mock your laugh. You know, that stupid meme they see on Facebook. Like, they just get pooped on because they can't explain, like, something simple like that. So, like, if you're a new flat earther digging into this, this is the part where you're gonna want to listen up. For all you vets out there, you flat earth vets, this is where you're gonna wanna, like, go in the bathroom break, because you've been told this plenty of time. So, I'm gonna get some clip art up in here. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about, how it rises and sets, and how a sunset is impossible on a globe. So we'll talk about that now. So yes, science says that the Earth's daily rotation causes the sunrise and the sunset. Right. So, if that's the case, why isn't the sun the same size all day? It should be as bright as it is at noon, as it is at 9 a.m., as it is at, per se, 8 p.m. in the summertime when the sun's about to set. It's not like the sun is 93 million miles away, and then it's 54 million miles away, then it's 120,000 miles, or million miles away. Like, it just doesn't make sense like that. It's stationary, so I don't see why in the morning it's a little bit smaller than it is at noon, but then when, like, noon hits 1, it's like I said, that's like the peak of it. Like, that's why I call it high noon. And, like, from 1 to 4, it's a little bit smaller, and then from 4 to like 6, 7, and 8 and on to sunset, it gets significantly smaller. Basically, all the sun is doing, it's rotating in the sky, because it sets, I mean, it rises in about, let me think, north, south, it rises about northeast, and then at high noon, it's about, it looks like it's, like, almost going, like, it's, like, south, and then when it sets, it goes all the way over here to northwest. So it's simply just doing a curve. It's simply just doing a circle around us all day. And that's just making the illusion of a sunset. It's just getting smaller and smaller from the point it hits high noon and on. It just gets smaller and smaller until it's out of our perspective, and then we can't see it no more. Then when we can't see it, it's still bright for a good 20 or 30 minutes, which would be so impossible on a freaking globe. Like, if there's a globe, let's say that the sun is 93 million miles away, like, how can I explain this? the sun is not moving at all, so it's gonna be 12 o'clock bright at 8:30 at night, and then right when we get in that last like inch of rotation to get us to completely in the shaded zone, like it's on, like it's completely, it goes from noon bright to it should go to like 10:30, 11 o'clock darkness in a matter of minutes. But no, sunset can, like, people consider sunsets from like in the summertime from like 8 o'clock until like 9:30 until you can see that last pitch of purple in the sky. Like, that's so impossible on a globe. It's just rotating us, and at the same time the moon is over there, just at the opposite of the sun, rotating the same way. So when the sun is out of our perspective, the moon's in our perspective. So that's the easiest way I can put it for all of you new flat earthers. Like I said, the vets can expand on that a little bit. Like I said, I'm gonna get some visuals up here so we can I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. It's gonna be very simple. It's gonna be so easy to understand. You guys are gonna love it. Yes, and like I'm saying, the sun looks as big as it does because it's directly over us on high noon, just a little south in the sky. Obviously, like you can tell that by simple perspective, and it looks as big as it does because it's only 33 miles in the air. So, if it was 93 million miles away, it should have been the same size as it was at 7 o'clock, and 8 o'clock, and 9 o'clock, and 10 o'clock, and 11. But no, it's biggest between 12 and 1. That's a known fact. Look in the sky tomorrow at 1 o'clock, or in between 12 and 1. And just like, hopefully wait for a cloud to go in front of the sun, and just just take a mental picture of how big it is, and then at 5, 6 o'clock, or like 4 o'clock, go outside when it's gonna, because it's winter time now, and just go outside, and you're gonna just wait for the sun to go behind another cloud, and you're gonna see that it's smaller, significantly smaller. Makes no sense. No sense at all. So another way to explain this is take a plane, for example, the sunset. So you see a plane coming in your perspective over here. It's just gonna fly, 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 and when it's right above you, it's the biggest it's gonna be, and then it's gonna go that way and gradually get smaller until you can't see it. It's out of your perspective. So the plane has set. If you want to put it that way, that's the plane setting. And the sun setting is it just going out of your perspective the same way. That's the easiest way I can explain it. It's all about your vantage point, ladies and gentlemen. The higher you go, the longer you're going to see the sun. Like I said in the video, the high altitude weather balloon video, he did it at a good time. It was right at dusk. You could barely see the last pinch of like purple or blue in the sky, like towards like the sun side. He let it up, saw the sun or saw the moon, saw luminescence, and saw the sun. Unbelievable. Like, I just can't believe that. Like, it's heating the opposite side of the earth. So, sun moves on a slight curve throughout the sky all day. Shows it revolves around us. Sunset impossible on the globe Earth. A wall of darkness would just engulf us within minutes. Yeah, the sun takes about 30 minutes to 1 hour to set. Like I said, the vantage point makes all the difference. And like I said before, if it's 93 million miles away, the second it's in our perspective at 8 o'clock in the morning, it should be as bright as it's going to be at noon, and it should be the same bright at 8 o'clock, and then when it's out of our perspective, we should slowly see the sun, like, because it disappears like that way. It should disappear. It disappears going down. You should see it because you see the full moon, like my hand's the moon, and like it's gonna set, and like we see that, but we should see something like, here's the moon or the sun again. We should see something like this, like where it gets out of the like where it just like slowly like dissipates that way, and you see less and less of it this way instead of this way. Sorry that took forever to explain, but It just makes sense because we're on a globe spinning like this, not like this, like this. Come on. Alright, so got me wild up a little bit. Gotta calm down a little. So yeah, that basically covers all the hard factual stuff that I can prove with simple math. Oh, the simple math I was talking about before. Okay, so 5,280 feet per mile. The sun, like I said in the video, at 15,000 feet. The sun is a beam, ladies and gentlemen, right in front of you at 15,000 feet. Like it was right there. It might have been a little bit more up. You can judge for yourself. Might have been a little bit higher because it was kind of far in the distance. So it could have been a couple hundred, maybe 1,000 or 2 feet higher. And I did the, I plugged the numbers in. I typed in 1,500 or 150,000 feet into the thing on Google, and it calculated to 28.4 miles. So that makes it was just a prediction when I first said it was 30 to 33 miles. Like I was like, it's got to be like somewhere between there, because they think some globe earthers or some flat earthers think it's like 3,000 miles in the sky. But I just even think that's too high because of just high altitude rocket videos and high altitude weather balloon videos. Ladies and gentlemen, it's right there. It is literally right there. Either way, let's not argue on that because we're all fighting the same fight here. Let's just all agree that the sun is not 93 million miles away. Yeah. Like I said, go on Google, type in what I typed in, 150,000 feet, or just do it right now, and it's going to calculate to 28.4 miles, which is only 1.6 miles away from my 30-mile prediction. Alright, so I have a little theory here. I mean, how far did I expand on this theory? Alright, so I might lose a couple of you on this theory. This is a little far-fetched. I have not tried testing this theory. I would love to test this theory, but I don't know if I have the funding or the resources to do that. But I'll tell you what I'm talking about. So, excuse me. I might do this at the end of every video now. Just do a little like personal theory section. It's like a show. I like it. So, alright. Personal theory. Like I said, theory. It's underlined again. Like, theory. Don't say this guy, this kid doing videos believes this. Like, no, it's a theory that is possibly believable. So, we'll see. Alright. The sun could be a portal of some sort to the outside world, which would be outside of the dome. Only reason I say that, ladies and gentlemen, is it's just a personal theory of mine. Just like in all Disney movies, not even Disney movies, just like regular movies, like everyone, like if they're getting saved, they're like reaching into the light, like going towards the light. And once they get to the light, they usually reach like that serenity, or like that supernatural like place. Like Bruce Almighty, for example. The light of the trucks is coming right at him, and he just awakes in heaven. And even when people say, like, if you're having a near-death experience or whatever, anything like that, they say, don't go near the light. Don't go near the light. Everyone says that. Why do they say that? We're probably supposed to go near the light. It's probably like our destiny to be able to see the light, capture the light, and get to the light, and get out of this hellhole that they put us in. Like, we're here for a reason. I think it's to get out, and the sun could be that way out of there. I know it's really, really a far-fetched theory. I don't want to make any of you guys hate me for it, but it's just, it could possibly happen. Like I said, there's no proof no actual proof behind this. It's just a theory. It has never been tested. I would love to test this though. You don't even know. Like, I am eager to test this. Like, hopefully, maybe I can get like a rocket that'll go. I just want to make sure the rocket can travel at 200,000 feet. It's probably a very expensive rocket. This might be something like a 20 to 30 year like idea or something that'll save up something. But like, I just want to get a rocket that can go 200,000 feet, coordinate it with where the sun will be at the point. Like, you gotta do the math to see how long it's gonna take to get at its cruising altitude, and just line it up to where the sun is gonna be at that exact time. Throw it up there, watch it go up, attach like 6, 7, 8 cameras to it, and see what happens. It's either gonna disintegrate, it's gonna disappear. I don't know what's gonna happen. Maybe it's gonna explode the sun. It's gonna explode. Maybe I'll start something very bad, like World War III with the creator. We don't want that. That would be quite the fuck up by me. Yeah. Basically, I will tell you why I believe it is a possible theory. Excuse me. I'll tell you why I believe it's a possible theory. Just do me a favor. Take the little science textbook, rip it up, and just throw it outside for a minute. You were never taught science for 1 minute. Just bear with me, and just assume that it's ancient times and the Earth is flat. Everyone believes that. If you thought the Earth was a globe back then, you'd be made fun of. By the way, they were smarter than us back then. So, and let's just go on the theory, my theory, that the sun is 30 to 33 million, or 30 to 33 miles in the air. And from down here on the land, in all my videos, wait, what? No, you're on a. Agree that the sun. Yup, from down here. I'm thinking I'm missing something here. Let me see, from down here. All the videos I've seen to me, and all the videos I've seen, to me at least, the sun does not look like a ball of fire. It looks like a circled object of some sort of a luminescence. Obviously it does not give off, or obviously it gives off heat in the form of light. It does not look like fire to me. If someone has a personal camera, not NASA proof videos, that is not fire, then we can just throw this whole theory out the window. So until someone does that, we can, yeah. But until that happens, we can still wonder what the sun is and what would happen if we threw something into it. Like, possible the object would burn up towards it, like I said, or it could possibly disappear or be transferred into outside of the dome, which would be insane. I would love to see that video. I would personally sign myself up and send myself next. Any takers, let me know. I'll do it. We'll go. Yeah, or it could transfer us anywhere. I'm not too sure. Like I said, this is all just a theory, reasons of possibility. We were all taught not to follow the light, and what if it's a portal of some sort? And all ancient scriptures and supernatural events of occurring with light anomalies, the sun could be a portal to the creators. And when I say creators, yes, I do mean aliens, but not aliens in the sense of like E.T. aliens or like little green goblins with huge black eyes. But I'm talking about like a more advanced species of humans. This is my take on aliens. And this is all just a theory, by the way. All advanced humans that have a third eye. Did I lose you yet? I don't think I lost you yet, so keep listening. Alright. I say that because say that because we could still, yep, okay, we could still see with our eyes shut, with our mind's eye, and it's quite possible that they made us this way so that we could not have the supernatural powers that they possess through the power of the third visible eye, aka the almighty eye. Huh? Did I just connect something? Uh-oh. Could very well be linked to the ever so reoccurring all-seeing eye throughout all history that just happens to be in the back of our dollar bill and is involving the Masons, the Illuminati, whatever the hell you want to call them, and basically any form of power all revolves around an all-seeing eye of some sort. Maybe the sun is the portal, or maybe it's the eye that watches us from above. And maybe the sun is the all-seeing eye, which is why we worship the sun, because that's how they watch us, with their third eye, through the all-seeing eye. I don't know. Alright. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't know. But all I can tell you with 100% confidence is that the sun is not 93 million miles away. It is 30 to 33 miles up. It's a circled lapse overhead, clockwise, and disappears from our perspective and reappears in our perspective, which would explain the sunrise and the sunset. And all above, you're on a flat plane, not a globe. So wake up, spread the word, live well, my friends. Good day.
This is the view of D3D, VILLE. Here's high altitude rocket. 121,000 feet. Don't see a curve. This is a Dodge camera. Don't see a curve. Still don't really see a curve. There is curvature at the far end of the lenses. That's just the lens bending the light. That's something you would see naturally. Let's say you were spinning up on a rocket. That's what would happen. You would still see a bend because you're spinning out of control. But you see when it stabilizes, it's a flat line. Incredibly flat. Look at that plane of the earth we live on. So flat. Look how beautiful it is. So flat, ladies and gentlemen. And look at that. What's right there? How is that possible? How the hell? Look at the hot spot. Son of a gun. And stabilize.
I just went ham on this video, so I'm sorry. Fuck.
And to the descent. I'm gonna throw the link on the page. Let me know what you think. And once again, right there, just a bunch of flatness. This is the balloon, the weather balloon I was talking about. That's the moon I was talking about. It just spins uncontrollably. Yes, look at the altitude. Saying the moon is right there. So flat, baby. That is flat as flat can get. settings. Someone please explain why it's right there. So this image right here is going to show you how the sun works. Basically, you see it's heating over there as it is over here, and it's not over there, and that is basically how the sun works. Like, right, it's noon, now we can't see it. If you watch when it's right here, so zoom in real quick. Alright. I live here. So basically it would be, I live here. Right here it's like 1, 2, 3. About 3 o'clock where I am. So, sun just got out of its peak. Alright, right here. So it's noon. Or 1 here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It'll be 6 o'clock where I am. This is on summertime, summer. So it's going to be just about sunset. It's about 8 o'clock now. You can see it's getting pretty dark on our side. And 9 o'clock, completely out of the, see the little there? That's what it lights. Right here, the sun is setting, right there. That's where sunset would be. And right there, that's where sunrise would be. It's in their perspective now. From here to here, it's nighttime. The moon's going to be right here, following the sun. So, that being said, I'll watch it rotate a couple more times, and that is how night and day happen.
Just wanted to let you know there's a second volume of the Zeticism series coming out. Just wanted to give you a hint of some of the things that's in it. It's going to present a model of the heavens. So anyway, what you see here is the sun going across the sky. It looks like it's going down. Everybody interprets this as going down. But we're going to show in a second here that it's actually moving away. You see, if you compare these two stills right here, and then you get to put them next to each other and look at them close up, you'll see that the first one is much bigger than the second. Now it doesn't go that far across the sky. It nevertheless decreases in size, 40 or 50% or something. So this is the real deal. That sun is moving away from you. Here's in fast motion. It's not going down, it's moving away. That thing is not very high up.
33 miles.
That's just a hint of, I'll have the video out about Wednesday or so. It's got numerous pieces of information like this. Anyway, take care.
There's all kinds of proofs right around you that show that the Earth is flat. A very simple one to think of is that we use plumb bobs to build buildings. In other words, to get the wall of a building going straight down, you'll take a string with a heavy weight hanging from it, and you make the building follow that string. That plumb bob will point to the center of a round Earth. That means that if you imagine that this was the correct Earth, you can imagine a plumb bob held here would point in that direction, and a plumb bob held here would point in that direction. That means the buildings would be bigger on the top than at the bottom.